Hi, this is Patty Hodge at Dr. Nurse's Rock. And today I have another special guest for you. This is Coach Matt Lischke from
Nailed it.
Yearn Fitness in Peachtree, Georgia. Coach Matt has become a special person in my life because he cares so well for my adult, special needs grandson. My grandson is on the autism spectrum, and Coach Matt is doing some extraordinary and remarkable things for him. So, a little bit of a bio so we know who we're talking to here, Coach Matt. You were born in Georgia.
Correct.
You went to the University of Georgia from the Terry College of Business,
Yes, ma'am. Go dogs.
and before you were transformed into doing this mission that you're actually doing, um, you were working as in the service industry and
hmm
then as a poker player.
That's right. Yes, I know it sounds crazy. Everybody I tell that's like, wow, I've never met a professional poker player. Yeah, took a job for about a year and a half in the sales and service industry and continued to play poker on the side. Basically, long story short, had some buddies that were playing poker in the dorm my freshman year in college. It was the same year that Chris Moneymaker, some random Southern boy accountant from Alabama, I want to say, won the World Series main event for like 8 million bucks, and the poker boom exploded. So some of my friends would put in 25, 50, 100 bucks, and most of them would lose that 50 or 25 or 100
Oh,
bucks or whatever it was. And then some kids down the hall started building bankrolls, and I was like, came knocking on their door, tried to figure out what they were doing, and these kids were treating poker like a full-time class. They would go to class in the mornings, they would come home and they'd start studying poker, and then they'd play poker all night long. And instead of having a job at the bar or whatever random other jobs you get in college, these guys were playing poker.
yeah.
And I was like, I think I could probably play some poker. So sure enough, I started studying the game just like them and had meetings with them and ended up running up bankrolls on several different websites and decided, you know what, I might be able to do this for a living. Of course, my mom was not thrilled with that thought. Stayed in school, got the degree, and then had an opportunity come along with the online poker and the poker world that I couldn't really pass up. Um, my boss basically told me, look, man, like I wanted to race cars for a living when I was your age, and I never got the chance to do that. So if poker is what you think you want to do, go for it. And if it doesn't work out, your job will be here for you when you get back. And I was like, see ya. So I gave poker a run for 12 or 13 years, which is unbelievable to think about. It was amazing. It took me to some great places and great memories from it, and it will always be there. But thankfully, found my true calling, which was definitely some form of coaching and mentoring young kiddos and athletes.
So what exactly happened that made that light bulb go off that I need to do that?
So basically, as soon as my kids were 4, 5, and 6 year olds, as soon as they started competing and playing sports around the area, I was just blown away at some of the coaches you would see on the field, the way they would lose their tempers and start screaming at these kids about whatever expectation or maybe these coaches living vicariously through them. I don't know what it was or why they would act like that, but I was like, oh my God, I don't want this. I need to be part of this. Like I can help change this. These kids need better, basically. So I started coaching my own kids. And from there, several seasons in, I was blessed enough to be handed a couple of the all-star teams at our local community program. And we would spend all summer long playing in these tournaments, and we were good, we were solid. But there was basically these teams that continuously had our number, and they would beat us every single summer. We'd be like one of the top teams, and it was two or three teams. Like, why can we not beat these guys? And turned out that all these teams already had some sort of facility that they were coming to. And I was like, you know what? If we're gonna do this, if we want to grow and develop, like I know we're capable of doing, I got to build a facility for these boys and girls. So that's what we set out to do.
Kind of a gamble.
It was, but that's the poker in me. Sometimes you gamble, it's fine. Sometimes you hold them, sometimes you fold them, and it felt like a good spot.
Well, that idea and then following up on it is just absolutely remarkable. And I know what kind of miracles you're working in my grandson's life. So tell us about working with the teams a little bit, and then tell us how you got into working with the adults with or the young adults with these special needs.
Okay. So the teams came about just from the opportunity to coach them at the all-star level. Basically, I did everything I could with the local Parks and Rec department that we have very nearby and said, look, these kids want more. The parents are demanding more. They want training, they want a facility usage. Let's figure out something to make this work. And unfortunately, they just wanted nothing to do with change. So thankfully, again, kind of a gamble. I was like, hey, what if we form our own team? And I'm blown away at the response that's gotten after just a year and a half of creating my own team. We now have a second team who, again, clearly the demand for more is there. And that's kind of what we've been able to provide to all these athletes. So the speed and agility, the plyometric, the hitting coaches, the pitching coaches, the basically my goal when I started this was to give these kids, these boys and girls, every opportunity, every tool and resource that they could dream of right here in their community where they could come put in work if they choose to work, right? It's got to be something they want. That's a big contributing factor that I see all the time is I've got mom and dad who want little Johnny to be a great ball player or a great athlete. And I'm like, well, you want him to, but little Johnny doesn't want to. So yeah. Um, but then going into working with more special needs, one of my clients through many, many sessions with her own son, I think saw me as an opportunity to start working with her own clients, her special needs clients, and she gave me that opportunity.
That's amazing.
And it was amazing. Like the growth that her clients have had through me that she's put me in contact with, watching them grow, watching them get more confident, and basically just learning to believe in themselves. I think sometimes it takes just a great coach that believes in you, that is there for you to make you believe in yourself. And that's, I feel like more than anything, what we've cut. I'm gonna cry. What we've really started doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You and the emotion that you're feeling is very real um and it's just a testament to how deeply you feel about this thing that you're doing and how remarkable the change is that I see in my own family member who comes to you. Um, what when you begin to work with these kids, what are you assessing? What are you looking for? How do you make this work?
So obviously everybody's different. They'll come in and basically I'll just put them through a movement assessment of sorts. And then what I really love doing is building out a program specifically for that individual, right? Everybody has different movement patterns, everybody has different needs, but it becomes very obvious through a series of several different movement pattern tests of sorts that we can build upon. Basically, a very structured program where we're going to work on functional movement patterns. Basically, what I would love to do is see you not have pain or not have discomfort or just very functional strength. Like I decided 20 years ago in my life that fitness wasn't just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. And for a lot of these kids that have never had any sort of fitness in their life, we've kind of started these movement is medicine sort of programs. And they're just, that's what it's all about. These kids come in here, they stretch, we do mobility stuff, we play around, we play games, we let them hit on the hit tracks, whatever, we play golf, whatever it is that they're interested in, I can help them in basically. And that's pretty much what we've done and what we've been doing. And it's been an incredible ride so far, to be honest with you.
Well, I can see what kind of a ride it's been. You this whole assessment piece is usually important. This channel is about self-care, and self-care includes all kinds of things. And when I first approached you about talking to this community here on YouTube, I really said how important we know that exercise is for people,
Mhm.
and for especially for this population who really didn't have, I would say, maybe the opportunities that other kids have had to be part of
Sure.
a team and to be even gym class. I never heard my grandson come home and talk about being in gym. So I don't
Right.
even know if there was, that demand put on them. So um, what benefits are you seeing when you have worked with someone for a while? What are the changes?
Biggest changes that make me proud are confidence. I
Yeah.
mean, there's kids that are afraid to sometimes like what I've really noticed is the biggest breakthroughs for the athletes that come from teams is it might be I'm getting the best hits in my life, I'm getting the best pitches in my life, whatever that may be. But for these kids with special needs, it's obviously completely different. It's I now have the confidence to look you in the eye. I now have the confidence to communicate back and forth. And then
You're doing it.
the biggest one for me is developing emotional control. Like some of these kids that have come to see me, I hear stories about behavioral outbursts and the inability to control their emotions. And just, I don't know if it's just working with us privately or what it is, but to see those things start improving and knowing that they can handle whatever life throws at them is just an incredibly powerful thing.
You know, what you're describing, of course, with autism in particular, I'm not sure what other special needs you're dealing with when people come to you, but there is an element of emotional discontrol, dysregulation in the emotions.
Sure.
And we know that everything is chemical in our bodies, right? So as soon as you start to improve that health, that physical health in someone, it definitely shows up in their mental and emotional health. So that's the true gift that you're really giving to kids. And you're right to feel emotional about it. That is something we don't always see, even in a clinical setting, right?
Yeah,
Where people want to medicate somebody or they want to do something to, like send them to counseling and the poor kid doesn't really know how to engage in that. But
exactly. And they're instantly hit with a label, right? They're walking through the doorway with a label of there's something wrong with me instead of people walk through our door and I just see you as you are. You see me as I am. I'm going to give you every moment of my time. I think I had this conversation with Jocelyn recently. I think
Jocelyn
one of
is a
my
counselor.
correct.
Yes.
ABA counselor. I think one of my superpowers that really helps build what we've been building here is the ability to remain in the now with everybody who comes through these doors. I think being very here, very in the moment at all times is something that I think is lost in today's world of constant notifications and constant distractions and being buried in phones. When I'm here with clients, it's the client and I, and it's completely engaging. It's back and forth. Every rep is critiqued, if you will. Every rep is viewed and improved if we can. So yeah,
That's a true gift.
thank you.
Yes. And parents, what kind of feedback are you getting?
The feedback has honestly been unbelievable. If I get into too much detail, I'm gonna probably be bawling on screen, so I don't want to do that. But it's crazy. I mean, this is year 2.5 or 3 maybe of some of the clients that I still have started with me in my backyard, and to see the growth that those kids have made, whatever it is that we're working on. The texts I get, the calls I get, the emails I get about confidence, and this is the happiest they've ever seen their child. It's truly remarkable stuff. It really is.
Well, I'm also one of those people that gives you that kind of a testament back. Every time we leave, the smile on his face just doesn't stop for hours on
Yeah.
end. And joking,
Right.
to sit and really communicate in a different way, maybe
Yeah.
that I haven't seen in really years.
Amazing.
We're talking about a young man who, graduated during COVID, graduated during high school during COVID, and of course that whole experience where you lost community, you lost the connection with teachers
Sure.
face to face, um, and seeing this resurrected, seeing this person come back and say, "Oh,
Yep.
so what if people see this, they're going to be knocking down your door." So are you ready for like an influx? Has this changed the way you see the what you started YearnFit for?
No, no, not really.
Okay.
I think it's beautiful because it's made me realize how inclusive we can be. We originally started with training athletes, but that doesn't matter to me. What I want to do is provide, right? I'm a giver. That's what I was born to do. I truly believe that, and the more clients I have, and the feedback I keep getting, just continues to reinforce that.
Yeah.
Um, and we've already got some plans to expand upstairs, which is an entire other like right now we're in a basement of a nobody knows we're here. And we've been busier than I could have ever dreamed of just with the athletic side of things. So no, I'm ready for the doors to be beat down. I'm here for the service. That's again, I truly feel that I have found my absolute calling.
I believe you have, Congratulations. People go
Thank
a
you.
whole lifetime without finding
I know, I know, I know.
that. So I'm very excited that you came today to talk to us, and I'm grateful to you. Is there anything I should be asking you that you want to tell us that I didn't think to bring up?
My favorite interview question is if you could put a message on a billboard for everyone to see, what would it be? And that for me is our slogan here at Yearn, which is live, learn, yearn. I remember growing up as a kid, my mom and dad would always say, well, you live and you learn. I'm like, yeah, but it's not enough. What if we live, learn, and then we continue yearning, right? We continue striving for whatever it is that we want to get better at. So once we started Yearn and once that became our slogan, I've lived that message every day when my feet hit the ground.
Well, I'm going to put it on a billboard and I'll put it in the video here for you.
There we go. Beautiful. I love that idea. Yeah.
So, what I'm going to do is I'll leave links
Okay.
below so people know how to contact you. If there's something else that you want me to help them connect with, let me know.
Okay.
And I will also include that in the description, as well as your bio in case people want to find out how to play poker.
Fair.
Matt, you're a delight.
Thank you.
And
Thank you for having me today. It was a lot of
I'm
fun.
so grateful. Thank you so much.
Talk to you soon.
Bye now.